I'm not going to bury the lead here. I'm here to talk about the single best device I've purchased for this channel, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I have been so excited to make this video because everything I've done with it has been essentially me going, holy shit, I can't believe I'm doing this. Things that I've wanted to do. Things that I've wanted to do since I started this channel, things that I've been looking at buying specific single-use devices for, things that I have bought single-use devices for. I almost feel like it's crazy not to get this. Think of this as a Leatherman for video creation. It's not just a vlogging device, although it is an amazing vlogging device. So I will start with vlogging. I have been trying to make vlogging work since I started my channel. There's a couple of ways you can go about vlogging. You can just hold your phone out and vlog to your phone, or you can put it on a kind of selfie stick so you get a better angle and a little more distance between you and the camera. Some people will take a camera like I have here, the XH2, and they'll put it on a gimbal, or they will put it on a selfie stick of some kind, and they will hold that out. And for me, that was never gonna happen. One of the reasons I don't like vlogging in particular is it's not about my own self-consciousness. I also worry about the other people around me. I don't wanna bother other people. Essentially, you're just making everyone around you for a moment uncomfortable. You know, as you pass them by or as they pass you by, they have to deal with you. And I don't like that. This little device is such a game changer in that regard, because when I flip it out and it comes on and I start to use it, it's very minimal. I just don't think people will notice. If they're not in the YouTube creator world, they're not even gonna know you're holding a camera. This thing is nothing short of amazing. It's so good for vlogging that I've already done 5 YouTube shorts with this. I do like making those little shorts. They help fill the gaps, and this helps me make them. It requires no setup. I don't have to take any of the creator combo stuff. I don't need it for anything. The microphone on here is good. It's really good. If I forget my DJI Mic 2 and I just forget it at home, this will pick up my audio. 1 week after I bought this, my family went on a vacation and we went to the island of Kauai in Hawaii. And on this vacation, I was so excited to try this out because I really got a chance to put it through its paces. And one of the first things I tried was using it as a dash cam. It was easy to mount. I have this PGY Tech Mantis pod that I was able to just kind of use the Mantis pod flip out leg to clip onto the front of the Jeep's dashboard, and then I just had this sitting in there. And as I was driving, one of the things I noticed was that it didn't just face forward. You know, like a phone, if you're trying to use your phone as a dash cam, that camera is fixed on a device, and as you drive, wherever you turn, that phone is going to turn. This does too, but it is programmed to turn slowly. So it doesn't just turn where you're turning because it's on a gimbal. It knows to turn slowly around those corners. So as a viewer, you don't get sick when I'm doing winding, hairpin turns. I did this in Hawaii, and I did it when I got back to Colorado and I was driving up in the mountains. The other thing it does in that dash cam view is all I have to do is press the button on the screen to flip it around. And now I'm in a car vlogging mode, where I can just talk about where I'm going or where I'm headed. It's so fun and easy to use. I could see how you could abuse it. In the right setting, it's a great storytelling tool. Another thing that I discovered with this little mount right here that I got off of Amazon for like $12, I can put a base plate on it for my camera mounting system. So I have a quick release mount that I can put on my bag, and then my Pocket 3 just sits right in here. And the beautiful thing is I can make the screen turn off. So I can say after 3 seconds after recording, turn off the screen, and I can turn off the LED. So as I'm walking, this appears to be off. And that's really nice. It, again, doesn't make people around me uncomfortable. It follows your movement. And if you're doing one of those videos where you're holding out the camera, it can move and see the camera. I am so happy with the D-Log footage because it looks so much like Fujifilm's Eterna Sim. If I'm using Eterna Sim, I barely need to edit it. Like, I'm using Eterna Sim right now because it's just so much easier than F-Log. Yes, F-Log gives me a whole bunch of dynamic range options, but I'm just doing a talking head video here. The Eterna Sim gets me 90% of the way there, and I'm good. And I like that. And that's what the D-Log footage gives me out of here. Some other things that you can do with it: time lapse, motion lapse. With my Insta360 Flow, I was actually in Santa Barbara for work, and I tried to do a motion lapse, but the Insta360 Flow gives you no guidance. So that motion lapse was ruined. First morning in Hawaii, I set this on a tripod, put on motion lapse, I choose motion lapse, and right there in the settings is LTR, left to right, or RTL, right to left, or I can set my own beginning and end points. So, I mean, it gives me everything I need, and so I made my choices and I hit go. Perfect. It worked out perfectly. It was exactly what I wanted. And so it took another thing that's very difficult to do with this kind of camera. One of the problems that I've had with time lapse, especially sunrise or sunset time lapse, your exposure requirements change. So getting that is really hard. Here, I didn't have to do anything. For me, that's what I want. For the purposes of what I'm doing for this channel, simplicity is key. If I can make these videos easier, why wouldn't I? And this thing makes everything easier. Another thing that it has is a companion app that you can use. You don't have to use. And where I like to use that is when I have my camera away from me, I want to make sure that it's focusing on something, so I can do that when I'm not even looking at it. I want to walk away and show you maybe a backpack I'm wearing. Well, I can put it on a tripod, stand in front of the tripod with my back to the camera, and I can use my phone to draw a square around the backpack. I can put it in 4K 120 and walk and have a little slow motion of my backpack. You know, like, these are things that are tough to do with this kind of camera, or even with the phone. You have to really pre-plan it and understand everything you're about to do before you do it. It's one of the most fun pieces of tech I've used in a really long time. And if you want to call it a toy, I say call it a toy, because it provides the same value. You know, you have fun with it. YouTube shouldn't be hard. This is a side gig for me, you know, but if you're getting there, or you're trying to get there, and you're a one-person show, this is a device that can help you achieve all those things that you're trying to get to. Yes, it does panorama photos. Yes, it does vlogging. Yes, it does these things that you might not care about, but there's some things for creating a channel that you might care about a lot, like maybe having a second camera, or maybe you want to do a talking head and you want to have a camera over the shoulder so it can look at your computer screen because you don't want to do just the screen capture. There's all kinds of creative angle ways that you can use this as part of your channel. That's really the takeaway here. That's the thing I want to get across the most, is this is a multi-use tool for your channel. When you start adding up all the other things that you would have to get to do what this thing can do, I think that's when you start to realize that this is not that expensive. The video I watched, which was Thomas Heaton, and it was really funny to just see him navigate the waters of, no, you know, you shouldn't get this because it failed so spectacularly, but you should probably get two because it's awesome. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that could go wrong with this. The screen flips, the gimbal rotates. I would not use this in the rain at all. Like, if it even looks sort of like it's raining, I can't use this. There's a fragility to it that I'm sort of nervous about, but I'm not terribly nervous about it because I've already put it through a lot. I've already scuffed up and dirtied up my stuff because I've used it so much in the field already. I've used it so much outside of these walls of this room, and it is easily my favorite thing I've purchased for this YouTube channel. That's my, I guess, first impressions. It's a very powerful first impression, I'll give you that. So that's my video. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.